Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had Cold War. The Doctor and Clara ended up on a Soviet submarine in the height of the Cold War, and they encountered an ice warrior from the planet of Mars. And after a lot of shenanigans, the ice warrior eventually left and saved everyone from, being crushed at the bottom of the ocean. And yeah, that was pretty much that. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Let's stick to this episode and previous episodes of Doctor Who and Doctor Who Classic and, well, fucking anything I've reacted to, honestly. Yeah, no spoilers. Also, I would like to note that, how do I put this? If you guys saw my latest Doctor Who Classic episode with Dad, although it wasn't classic because we were reacting to a Ninth Doctor episode. Anyway, if you saw that or you saw my latest Death Note video, you will know that we're actually not going to have any videos next week. Yeah, I'm taking a week, not off, but I'm having to shift some things around, settle into a new schedule. So in order to do that properly, I'm going to need to have a week without uploads. So yeah. Next week, there's just not going to be any Doctor Who, no Doctor Who Classic, no Death Note, no MHA, no Merlin, none of that. But don't worry, it's only for a week. You come back the next week then, and I will have all the shows back and a little bit more. Because also, by the time we come back, we will be starting 3 new shows, and, the poll will be over by the time this goes up on YouTube. Oh well, you'll have seen, I guess. You will see what those 3 shows are. But yeah, no Doctor Who next week. Once again, it's just a 1-week break. I figured you all could survive 1 week without me. Although I might do a little streaming. Who knows? So yeah, that's pretty much that. Let's get into this episode of Doctor Who, though. Here we go.
Are you sure you want to go through with this? I mean, the last time I've
heard that name.
Oh, she's so lonely.
Excellent, then.
Tuh.
Excellent.
Sorry, I'm adjusting the sleeve inside my sleeve. Oh, are they doing like a seance or something?
Caliban House, Night 4, November 25th, 1974.
74?
4 p.m.
You're gonna contact a ghost? Oh, something's coming.
Let me show you the way home!
Emma?
Did she get possessed?
She's...
Oh.
Ha! Hello, I'm looking for a ghost.
And you are?
Ghostbusters.
Yay! They're looking for ghosts. For some reason.
I'm the Doctor,
Dr. Watt.
if you like, and this is Clara.
Yeah.
You are very different.
Yeah, normally it's Doctor Who.
Our Major Alex. Ghost Hunter.
Huh. Cool.
Total pleasure.
Oh, wait.
Actually, you're wrong.
Meaning psychic.
Getting there. Bless you, though.
Relax, Emma. He's military intelligence. So, what is all this in aid of?
Now that professor, he's...
Yeah.
Isn't he the father
The
on
Ministry
Batwoman?
wind of what's going on down here.
Pretty sure.
Sent me to...
You went to the bank and said, you know that gigantic old haunted house on the moors? The one that dosses are too scared to doss in? The one the birds are too scared to fly over? And then you said, I'd like to buy it, please, with my money.
Yes, I did, actually.
That's incredibly brave.
Tuh.
What's she saying? Help me.
Okay, we can. Ah!
What? To find the ghost.
Why would I want to do that?
Because you want to. Come on.
Well, I dispute that assertion.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a face. Can you see me? Look at my face.
Fine.
Oh, I don't blame her. Yeah, I don't blame Clara at all. Aliens are one thing, ghosts are different. Ghosts are such assholes too. You know, do flashlights not exist in the 70s? Why is it always candles? Why do they gotta take candles with them? Ugh. Oh.
You know, I have to go get all the things, the equipment and so forth.
Of course.
Come on, man. Whoa. Got cold. Don't go on your own. Go. Wonder what the circle means. Is it like a sea bear?
Tiny bit terrified.
Yes?
I'm still a grown-up.
Mainly, yes, and?
There's no need to actually hold my hand.
Clara?
Yeah.
I'm not holding your hand.
No. Oh, we are out of here. We are outie 5,000. Whoa. There she is. Outside?
Doctor!
It's like showing an image outside. Nope. And it's gone. And that's gone. Oh, okay, fuck this episode.
I've got this weird feeling it's looking at me. It doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Tortoise is like a cat. A bit slow to test. But you'll get there in the end.
That makes the most sense.
No, not in here. How do you expect her to like you? She's soaking wet. It's health and safety nightmare.
Tuh.
Sorry. So, where are we going?
Nowhere. We're staying right here. Right here on this exact spot, if I can work it out to do it.
So, when are we going?
And that is good.
The better question.
Top notch. Can't see any lights.
Ah! Oh.
Back off! Hot suit! Hot!
Tuh.
When are we?
About 6 billion years ago. It's a Tuesday, I think.
Tuh. Oh. Going throughout time, see if he can find the ghost. Find the ghost in all of time.
Can we just watch the entire life cycle of Earth, birth to death?
Yes.
He's done that
Are you
before.
okay with that?
He was there when it all ended. That was episode 2.
How can you be? So I am a ghost.
Huh.
To you, I'm a ghost.
In more ways
All
than one.
ghosts to you.
You are the only mystery worth solving.
That's true. He never has, and frankly, he never will.
Somebody has a magic box, a blue box probably. What if, said somebody, could take a snapshot of her, say, every few million years?
Oh, there she is.
She's not a ghost.
Yeah, she's been running.
A lost soul. Oh.
Oh,
What is that?
a beast.
I don't know.
That's the thing we keep saying.
Not to worry. Which would take about 3 minutes, give or take, you know.
Tuh. So we're not doing that. What on earth are we doing?
What is that?
Subset of the Eye of Harmony.
I don't.
Of course you don't. Be great if you did. I better do it myself. Right, you
Tuh.
sit down.
Part of the Eye of Harmony. Oh, so that's what that is a portal.
Geronimo.
Huh, yeah.
3.
Okay. Follow her voice.
Korean, I presume. Who are you? Clutching universe, you and me dead. 2 minutes, no time, complete sentences, abandoned planet.
Wait! There's something in the mist.
Then run.
Yeah, come on. We have got to get out of here. Alright. Okay, we're in.
He's looking for a way in.
Ah! Go! Get to the wormhole! That is not gonna hold it long. Oh, did he use his bow tie? What is this thing?
Oh, that's what that noise was. Lovely.
Yes, that's what it was, you idiot. Oh, no.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Cloister Bell.
Where are you?
Ah!
Come on! Oh, let me in, you grumpy old cow!
Oh, whoa. Are we gonna talk?
Lost as her. But being with you, you gave me a reason to be, Emma.
Aww.
Brought me back from the dead.
In 4 seconds, I'll be stranded. In 10, I'll be dead. You're talking, but all I can hear is na 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 na. Come on, let's go! Hey, hey, hey! Doctor.
Alright, they're gonna go try to get him.
You hear me?
Because you still need me.
Yeah, you need me to piggyback you across.
That's why thing wants out. Oh! There it is! There's the TARDIS! Oh, did they just thwack it? Oh! Just grab onto it and go! We're good. Good job, team. Oh, the storm is over. Oh, this is actually a nice place.
Clara.
What is she?
What is she?
She's a girl.
Yes, but what kind of girl specifically?
She's a perfectly ordinary girl.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Very clever.
She can be your great granddaughter, eh? Yours too.
Oh,
You
ancestor.
guessed that already, didn't you?
This isn't a ghost story, it's a love story.
Aw.
Sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt the rest of your life. So, tiny favour to ask.
Oh, God, they went back.
Sorry! I understand now! As you came
Oh.
Well, hello again, you old Romeo, you.
Tuh.
Now, here she comes.
Here comes the TARDIS.
Get ready to jump.
Okay. That's a little silly, but whatever. Oh. Alright, whatever. Okay. Okay, interesting. Definitely an interesting episode, and obviously, you know, we can't have actual ghosts, you know, ever since episode 3. You know, ever since episode 3 when we had the Gelf. Like, no, there's no actual ghosts. It's just different aliens, basically. My lights are freaking out right now. I bet one of them's about to go out. That's why they're kind of flickering. I don't know if you can tell. It's probably a ghost, now that I think about it. So yeah. This was an interesting episode. I did enjoy it. That ending, though. I mean, it's different. It's a little different, you know. We don't normally get the beast gets a happy ending too. So I did like that. Here, I'm going to kind of adjust myself in my chair. I'm going to sit up a little bit. Oh, that feels better. I sit horribly in this chair. So, okay. That does feel a lot better. So yeah. But I did like this episode. And by the way, if we could look at the cast. What a very small cast, actually. It's only 5 people. Ooh, excuse me. I'm pretty sure the guy that played Dr. Palmer, I'm pretty sure that's the dad from Batwoman. Yeah. Actually, Emma looked familiar too. Robin Hood, I haven't seen that. Oh, I've seen that. I don't remember it. Doesn't really look like it. Alright. You know I like to look at these cast lists sometimes and see if I recognize people. But yeah, the Dr. Palmer, I'm pretty sure is the the dad and the leader of the Crows on Batwoman. So okay, let's just kind of go over the notes here. The first thing I wrote down was ghosts. It was kind of nice to go back to sort of that, kind of go back to the idea of ghosts on this show. Because like I said, I don't think we've really had ghosts on this show since episode 3, actually. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just forgetting something. But, I mean, episode 3 was the one where it's like, this is, basically kind of getting... I don't know, like, what am I trying to say here? It's like that. I feel like episode 3 was like the episode where it was like, definitively, no, this is all aliens, This is all about aliens and stuff. Because they had ghosts, but they ended up being the Gelf and not actual ghosts. And it was the same thing here, which was interesting. I wrote down Clara and fear. She was afraid. She's kind of, she does, like they said, she is more fearful than she really lets on. And we saw that last episode too, where she was sort of afraid of, the Ice Warrior and stuff. So this does seem to be sort of a recurring thing with Clara and like that's her characterization, which is good. It does sort of differentiate her from the other companions. I don't remember other companions showing too much fear. And don't get me wrong, there were some, I'm sure there were moments of fear for some of them, but this does seem to be a more consistent character trait for Clara. So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to sort of explore that more as the series goes on with her. The knocking, that was interesting. At first, it kind of seems like, okay, the knocking that accompanies her, that accompanies the ghost. It's like, oh, well, that was kind of the doctor, because, after they saw the ghost, he knocked at the door. So, I'm trying to adjust my hoodie. This is My Hero Academia UA hoodie that I got for Christmas. So, anyway. So yeah, that was kind of interesting, and then it's like, okay, well, that's the actual beast. That was also interesting, and it's good. It was a good, way to sort of throw you off, having actually, the ghost and the beast that, you see both of them, but, it throws you off because you just assume they're the same thing, they're just the same ghost. And then when you see that, even that beast is not the beast that we were following in the pocket dimension. So that was interesting. Okay, I wrote down the end. Clara has witnessed the end of the Earth, basically. And it kind of shook her, which makes sense. Again, this is kind of a callback to Series 1, actually, where where it's kind of the same thing when Rose saw the end of the Earth. You know, she was there. I mean, that's the thing is when they're out there seeing the end of the Earth, it's like, yeah, you know, the Doctor and Rose are, you know, up at a space station, you know, watching this, dealing with Cassandra and stuff. So yeah, that was interesting. It was a nice callback to with, you know, Clara freaking out, you know, rightfully so. Kind of the same as Rose too, honestly. So, and, you know, her being like, you know, we're just ghosts to you, basically. And it's like, you know, if we're not ghosts, what are we to you, Doctor? And he says, you know, you are the greatest, the only mystery worth solving, which is true. You know, that does, you know, play into why, you know, the Doctor takes a companion, which we had a little bit of that, you know, last season. Or no. That was season 5 actually, or series 5, when it's like when Amy was like, you know, why do you take us? Why do you have a companion? And he's like, well, it's because I can't see the universe like you can. You know, I get to re-experience the universe through your eyes, basically. So it is sort of the same thing. You know, they are the mystery he hasn't solved. And honestly, the mystery he can't solve. I feel like, you know, and that might be the greatest thing for him, is that humans are always a mystery he will never solve. You know, and especially Clara. Clara is getting to be a very big mystery to him, because he just doesn't know what she is, you know? How is it that he has met her 3 different times, basically? Like, why does she keep popping up throughout history? So, and that was interesting, too, at the end when, you know, he reveals that's why he came there. Not for the ghost, but for Emma. Because he was like, you know, I need your opinion. What is she? And even she didn't know. She's just a normal girl, you know? So, that was also interesting. I wrote down the Time Pioneer. That was an interesting concept, too. That it's like, it's not that there's a ghost here, but it's like, it's the fact that you just capture a moment of this woman trapped in a pocket dimension, and her being, you know, a pioneer of time travel, of human time traveling. Oy, that felt nice. But just this pioneer time traveler for Earth, hundreds of years in the future. So that was interesting. And even though it's like, okay, well, this, you know, has been documented in this house for, you know, years, and, you know, the Doctor goes through and sees, you know, her in these various pictures and is like, you know, over billions of years, you know, still finding her in this one spot. But for her, this is all just 3 seconds, you know? So I did really like that concept. And especially, too, because it's like, you know, it's like, it's not even like the Gelf where it's like, okay, they're these gas entities that can possess bodies, so they are a lot like ghosts. It's like, no. It's just that this was just mistaken to be a ghost. So I did like that. I wrote down the Beast. That was also interesting. And, you know, the Beast that was chasing her in the pocket dimension. So both her and this Beast got thrown into this pocket dimension, and they were trying to get out, basically. So yeah, I wrote down the Eye of Harmony. So what did he say? It was just like miniaturized Eye of Harmony tech. Let me look at that again.
Universe decayed back into the quantum flow, which would take about 3 minutes, give or take, you know.
What is that?
Subset of the Eye of Harmony. I don't, of course you don't.
Ha.
But if you did, I better do myself. Right, you
Tuh.
sit down. All the way from Metebolis 3.
Okay, so it's a subset of the Eye of Harmony, and I like that too, where she's like, you know, I don't, and he's like, of course you don't. It would make no sense if you did. I don't. It's like, he doesn't even fully understand the Eye of Harmony. But I like that, sort of bringing that in. So it's an extension of the Eye of Harmony. Which, have they talked about the Eye of Harmony in the modern series? I don't think they have. I've heard the Eye of Harmony through... I think they brought it up in The Deadly Assassin, and as well in the Eighth Doctor movie. They brought up the Eye of Harmony. So I think this is the first time they've referenced it in modern Doctor Who. So that's interesting. I do like that. And yeah, just using that to amplify Emma's powers was interesting. I did like that. The wormhole being the well, that was clever. And yeah, just going through the wormhole, I like that. Okay, I wrote down Clara and the TARDIS. Ironic, we had a minisode called Clara and the TARDIS, but still, it's interesting that they don't have a great relationship, honestly. Which, maybe that is because, Clara, we don't understand what Clara is. Even the TARDIS doesn't. But I do kind of like that, and I like the explanation the Doctor gives. It's like, oh, the TARDIS, it's just like a giant cat, basically, and it's like the cat just happens not to like this particular girl he's brought home, so that was interesting, and they brought back the whole the voice interface for the TARDIS, and it just using Clara, unfortunately. Last time we saw it, it cycled through Rose and then Martha and then Donna and then landed, and the Doctor didn't want to speak to any of them. He's like, it's too much guilt for all of them. And so the TARDIS settled on Amelia Pond, but this time it was just Clara. So yeah, that was interesting. It's interesting, this sort of tentative relationship between Clara and the TARDIS. It'll be interesting to get a bit more of that. And then I wrote down, the fact that the Doctor went there for Emma to help with explaining Clara. That's interesting. I like this sort of overarching story of who is Clara, basically. Because that's the thing. I guess this season really hasn't had an overarching story. I guess it sort of had two. The first half of the season, we had the overarching story of, the Amy and Rory, will they, won't they, and stuff like that. Whereas this half, it's all about Clara. Neither of these stories, by the way, are what they set up at the end of season 6. I just realized. Neither of these have even tried to focus on Doctor Who, and when the question is asked and stuff like that. It's like, we're just not doing that right now. We'll get back to that later, whatever. So yeah. Let's see. And then I did write down the love story. I think it's a little corny, but I'm alright with it, honestly. But yeah, that is a little corny, but it is a little different too. Normally when we have such a beast like this, we just sort of let it die, basically, or just sort of leave it alone and then go about our business. But this time they changed it up. It's like, oh, well, it's a love story for them. He's trying to get back to his girl, basically. And then, when the Doctor actually saw it, and it was like, oh, look at you old Romeo, you. Let's get out of here. Jump. And so that was kind of funny. Again, it was very cheesy, very corny, but I did like that. And yeah, I did like this episode. This was actually a pretty solid episode. So, yeah, I guess that's basically it. Once again, there will not be an episode of Doctor Who next week. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, no Doctor Who next week, no nothing next week, no reactions. So, yeah, but you can come back in 2 weeks, and you will be able to watch my reaction to the next episode of Doctor Who. Or if you're watching this in the playlist afterward, you can just pop on over to the next episode like no time has passed. Because no time will pass. You can just head on over. But yeah, that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.